Hello, and welcome, friends. You could make hordes of cash off this upcoming basketball card price mover. And we're talking about the free agency / trade season. There's all kinds of rumors going on, all kinds of weird shit. Everybody's going to the Knicks, and there's going to be an opportunity there for these sports cards to increase in value. It's important to ride the catalysts in any market, and the reason why the trade season will move basketball card prices is because it creates excitement, it creates hope, it creates the illusion of possibility. So monitor it closely, make some smart buys, and enjoy the ride. The first guy we're talking about is Fred VanVleet. It looks like the Knicks are going to offer him $22 million to come play in New York. So you got VanVleet on the table. What makes sense for him? I don't know. CP3, is he going to retire? Is he going to the Knicks? Is he going somewhere else? Does it make sense for him to go anywhere else? Who knows? With his season and everything that just happened, I would be surprised if he went ahead and retired. But I'd also be surprised if he went to the Knicks. I don't know. James Harden. Now they're talking about James Harden. What's he going to do? Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Are they going to trade James Harden now because he's going to leave in free agency in a year? So as a bargaining chip, who would they get? Obviously, they don't have D'Antoni anymore. I don't know if you guys remember this, but wasn't D'Antoni the guy that was the coach with the Knicks, with Carmelo, when it didn't work out, where Melo was basically just the sole ball scorer and none of it worked? Why are we all talking about Russell Westbrook going to the Knicks? Well, maybe not all of us, but that's what we're hearing. Why are we talking about Westbrook going to the Knicks? It didn't work before. It's not going to work now. I don't care who you've got over there. D'Antoni, is he going back to the Knicks? I don't think so. They got Tom Thibodeau now. That's the dude from the Bulls that just coached Jimmy Butler into the ground. Him and Luol Deng used to play 48 minutes a game. Sometimes they get them for 50. What does that mean? They're out there giving Gatorades to people pregame? I don't know. All I know is James Harden, Russell Westbrook, what's going to happen with that gang? It's hard to say, man. I've also heard that the Nets want to trade for Jrue Holiday. That's right. He's a great player on the Pelicans, but man, they want to trade Jared Allen, Spencer Dinwiddie, and like two other guys. Maybe a little cash slide on the back too. I don't know. All I know is that it sounds crazy to me. It's like four decent players. Like, yeah, when Durant and Kyrie are back there, do you need Dinwiddie? Probably not specifically, but DeAndre Jordan ain't going to be that dope for that long. You need Jared Allen. He's a great talent. I mean, for card prices, I would probably be excited to see him get traded to the Pelicans. Look at the crew they got over there between Fat Zion, cinnamon bun eating dude. Then you got Lonzo and Brandon Ingram and all of that. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to see that 100 stack of Jared Allen cards I have. It would be pretty good for them, perhaps. But either way, really? You gonna trade all of that for Jrue Holiday? How many seasons is he even gonna finish up and may play another 2, 3? I don't know. It's weird to me, man. And honestly, I think Brandon Ingram cards are ones that you could pick up right now. His what is it, Prism? His Prism cards look for about maybe $75, something like that. And the Select cards usually follow around a 50% decrease in that value. So Select should, theoretically be around $35. But right now, his Select cards are about $20. You can also get his Optic cards for roughly $20. And I think that's a pretty good value. I think that Brandon Ingram has a lot of potential. He's also going to be a free agent, and who knows where he ends up. Yes, it's likely that he just exercises his groove and he sticks with the Pelicans, but he could decide to go somewhere else. Maybe he's going to the Knicks. It's hard to say. But Brandon Ingram's cards versus his Prism, I do believe that his Optic cards and his Select cards are in a pretty good place. So if you're looking for a card to pick up in the offseason that doesn't potentially have as much attention on it, that's a pretty good card to pick up. What about the Timberwolves? The Timberwolves have the first pick in the draft. There's all kinds of whispers that they're going to end up with Bradley Beal somehow, and they've got D'Angelo Russell with, Karl Anthony Towns. So if you thought that was going to be a strong choice, you could theoretically pick up some D'Angelo Russell rookies, which I believe are a little bit less expensive than Karl Anthony Towns, but at the same time, I'm not calling that an opportunity. I'm calling it something to monitor and, pay attention to. That's going to be a lot of what you're going to be doing throughout this period of free agency, paying attention who's going to end up where, who is going to end up on a championship caliber or at least a playoff caliber team where the value of their cards may increase during the regular season. That's where we're going to see the price hop. go from there. But Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they're essentially the Blues Brothers. Do they get the band back together, or do they break up that Texas Chainsaw Family Massacre style massacre? To me, they're a bunch of immature thugs. I mean, just look at Patrick Beverley. No, go ahead, I'll wait. Look at him. Which Friday the 13th was he in as a stunt double for Jason Voorhees? Oh, he is Jason Voorhees. All right. Never mind. I see you. But yeah, everybody's getting traded to the Knicks, man. It's like far beyond meme worthy. We got CP3, we got Westbrook, Van Vliet, and I just read that Donovan Mitchell is also going for the Knicks. Why don't you get LeBron? Why don't you get Giannis? Let's get them over there, man. It's a scred hatcher. A head scratcher. But if somebody can vote for Andre Drummond as Defensive Player of the Year, we can make it happen. We can get all of those guys. We'll have 7 starters. The refs won't even know what to do. They won't even be able to call fouls anymore. If you guys think it's foul, how many fouls the refs are calling and the sensitivity of these little bitches, not anymore. Too many guys on the court for them to see. I don't know. To be honest with you, I think the Knicks should change their name from the Knicks to the Knucks because they're less like Knickerbockers and more like knuckleheads. So for me, that's what it's going to be. The New York Knucks. I don't have anything else to say, guys. I just wanted to put a little something for you together because this is something I'm going to be focusing on. Obviously, as we move through the playoffs and we get closer to the finals, there are going to be some jumps in price, but they're going to be guys like LeBron and Anthony Davis, guys that are already established. So it's going to be a lot more difficult to find, nooks and crannies. I honestly think Jason Tatum is one of the best values out there for cards you can pick up now that might be worth shit tons in the future. Because if you can get his optics for $50 and you can get his prism for about $200, you know how much LeBron's cards are worth. Now, I'm not saying he's LeBron, but if you give that dude another 4, 5, 6 years in the league, he's going to be worth quite a bit more than he is today if he continues on the right path. Now, when I watch Jason Tatum play, the only thing I could even and again, I have no experience, but as a scout, if I was going to call myself an amateur scout, the only thing I could really see is that in the clutch, he's a little sloppy, and his ball handling is a little bit sloppy at times. He's a great player. He's awesome. He's producing. He's going to get better. But when I see him play, he's a little sloppy with the turnovers in the clutch or in a high-pressure situation. So maybe, the pressure gets to Jason just a little bit, but I think that that'll go away with time. So if you're looking for a safe bet for the future, that is one that I would make, and I will be picking up his cards as much as I can to just stash away over here. That's what's up. All right, guys, that's all I got for you now. I got a few other videos coming up, a couple of ideas. If you guys have any ideas or anything that you would like to see specifically, I know we haven't done that much with football, and frankly, for all you football guys out there, as much as I enjoy it, I love basketball. So we're always looking for more ways to get in with that. Either way, thanks for joining me, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you like the content. And hey, maybe check me out on Twitter. It's at VegasFine777.com. And you can also, well, not .com, it's Twitter. But that is also our website address. You can find links down below to our eBay store. If you want to support here, we don't have any sort of Patreon or anything like that. But you could go buy a sports card or a record album. I don't know. All right, guys, for the New York Knuckleheads, I'm out. Catch you on the flip side.